Dragons, of course. Their finals form today. Their journey to the big dance today, a qualifying final win over Vermont by 23 points. And then a second semi-final win over Blackburn by 8 points. Their opponents today, they got the last one in over them. East Ringwood starting 3-0 in the season, but lost to Blackburn, who they played today in round 4 by just 3 points. Before I get into Blackburn season, I'm joined by Blake Tennant. Blake, how are you going?
Yeah, good yourself, Chris. Always good to be part of the biggest day in the calendar year of the Eastern Football Netball League. It's the last one, and we had a good 19s battle, of course, with Blackburn getting the chocolates there. But they want to try repay the favour because they've got a big test here as well. Eastern reserves looking to get a premiership as well. Blackburn, I think, are going for maybe 5 or 4 reserve premierships in a row, same as the 19s, which is an outstanding achievement, which is great to see as well. So, how you go, Chris?
And now the Roos get the ball forward as it bounces. Around the footy was Ridderford. He handballs it now. He's set up in defence for now Tom Ridderford. 7 times in best on the season. Twice in the best on votes throughout their 3 meetings so far in 2024 as we are in the East Ringwood forward pocket. They've dominated the territory so far. As it will go up, Hollowell wins the tap this time. It's going to be wrapped up straight away in a tackle. It was Marcus Kane. So we're about 35, 40 metres out. Hollowell will win the tap again. He's been terrific so far. Ali was taken high possibly. They asked the question. The umpire answers yes, he was. So to be going back to have a set shot on goal, he will be Sahaf Ali. The man on the mark is some 45 metres out.
Former Eastern Rangers listed player as well.
There you hear it from Blake Tennant with a bit of inside information there.
He used to work there, Chris.
Exactly right. Did a great job too there, Blake.
Still do work there. I should say use, but still
he's been lent to us at the Eastern Football Netball League for this final series. As Ali will walk in, 45-degree angle. Man on the mark's 45 out. Kicks. Looks like it will drop short. It's off hands in the pack. And will spill out for a boundary throw. And so still yet to get a score on the board in this reserves grand final.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a neck-and-neck battle, to be honest. It won't be a blowout. That's what we saw in the last game. Of course, Blackburn winning that grand final very convincingly as well. They win the 4-peat there for the reserves. So there we go. Snuff around the corner there. That was by Lockie Geimer. He kicks the first goal for East Ringwood. A stuff around the corner, if you don't mind. And he gets the Roos going up and about early. Lucky Geimer with the first one there.
It's great crumb work just to pick it up from the ground. He really didn't have a lot of time and space to work with, but showed a bit of speed, showed a bit of something to get himself just enough space to throw it onto the left boot. And East Ringwood are rewarded for their early, wouldn't quite say territory dominance, but they've certainly managed to lock it into their forward half, whether that be more so in the centre of the field than their forward 50. But they hit the scoreboard first, one major 6 to East Ringwood. As we get restarted, Blackburn still yet to score. It's going to be Geimer, the goal kicker, who wins the clearance and finds the hit-up lead to his team. Now, that is a brilliant 1-minute passage from Lachlan Geimer, and the man that will be taking the shot on goal is Zachary Chilichek.
Loves the celebration, this boy. He got best on ground in East Ringwood's last grand final, the 19s. Kick 5, so he's primed for a big game here. Zach Chilichek.
So we'll be looking to pick up where he left off last season. Man on the mark, some 20 out, dead in front, no angle at all. As he walks in, a goal on the right boot, and that is about as true as a kick as you're going to get. Early doors still in this grand final. East Ringwood open up a 12-point lead. Just the one fist bump from Chilichek.
Yeah, I reckon if he gets going, there'll be a few more celebrations to keep going. But wow, fast start to the Roos. Yeah, doing a lot of good stuff at the moment. Hard to beat at this stage. I know it's early stages, but they're a hard team to beat. They, of course, got here the first ticket to today's grand final. Plenty of reserves as well. So East Ringwood start 2 straight 12 to Blackburn yet to score. So fast starting East Ringwood team. Get it out the midfield yet again, but Blackburn get a soccering kick there. A little bit of a push there, but nothing doing. Kick there, that was by Joshua Murray. And then here we go, Blackburn snap around the corner. Where is this going to sit? That's a little bit of a push, but intercepted there by Eastland. So they continue on. Looking for a few teammates. Almost big flight. And great pressure there by two dings there, and it's going to be out of bounds. For Belgian throw-in, of course. Remember the 19s. Of course, there wasn't, but now there is with this game.
That's exactly right. As we are just in front of the Blackburn interchange benches, this ball goes up. Will be Holloway in the ruck again. This time will lose out to his opponent. Looking to get the snap off of Sam Rogers, but it was spoiled. Now, ball just ushered over the boundary line by Michael Cramp. He's got 12 goals in the season so far. Finds himself setting up defensively in this boundary throwing. Some 60 metres out from the Burners uprights, as it will be Holloway in the ruck again, but East Ringwood win the tap. It's number 42 in there, Llewellyn, providing a bit of respite for Percy, of course, as we're going to have another ball up. Just on the 50-metre arc here out of Bayswater. It's going to be Llewellyn who wins the ruck contest again. He's been brilliant. I think he's gone 3 from 3 in there so far in the last few minutes. As it's squibbed forward, G going out the legs was the East Ringwood player, and the tripping free kick is called. And I'd say rightfully so. Only had eyes for the ball there, I believe it was number 13, Matthew Barkers, but went straight through the shins of his opponent in the red and black striped jersey. So I believe it will be Joshua Murray to look to open the account for Blackburn. They've conceded 2 straight majors to start the day, and they'll look to have a bit of a response here. As man of the mark is about 30 out. Be kicking from a 45-degree angle here. As it's Murray who walks in, kick will stray left, and it will be a minor score. So the Burners on the board, but only in the minimal capacity. So scoreboard reads East Ringwood 2 flat 12, plays Blackburn 0, 1 behind 1. So an 11-point lead for the Roos as we're waiting for the boys in blue to bring the ball back in play.
The boys in blue, like that one.
As they just look to take territory with a kick. And gee, how about it? Nearly hit the centre square. That was amazing. May as well have started from a ball up. May as well have been a goal. That kick took so much distance. It's going to be off the hands of Apple. And now Blackburn look to go backwards, to go forwards, but they fumble it. And there's a turnover here. Kick was maybe the direction of Ali, maybe to space more so. It's going to be brought out through Mitchell Williams, who look to that far broadcast, the far side wing, I should say, as ball's ushered out of bounds by number 46 in Ethan Wynn.
Geez, I would like to send that into Fox Footy's longest kick, I reckon. They'll be played next week, of course, so that's a contender there. So well done there. That was by Mitch Needle. As play resumes. Get a hit out there. That was by Holloway. It's landed we're in the centre of Bayswater Oval. First to get there was Callum Copeland. He gets a kick. Handball there. Needle again. And big fly. Mark taken.
Who though?
Nah, it's a ball up. It's a ball up. So it's going to be a ball up here. Geez, I thought that was a mark, but we didn't know who to.
I think equal players had just about as much of a right as each other to claim that mark, Blake.
Yeah, what's going on now?
There's a player injured in the centre square here. I can't quite see who it is. He's in the hands of the trainers as we speak. Might be... He's got a...
I think that's Josh Murray.
Can't quite see what the injury is. He was hunched over for a bit. But player has resumed.
Shoulder, looks like it.
Yeah, it might be so as Murray makes his way off the field. But players resumed inside the Roos forward 50 as Ali's around it now, just looking to hustle and bustle his way through every Blackburn defender that comes his way. Collie was around the footy. He's now snapped forward in the direction of Norton, who went back with a flight. It was a very, very courageous play. Almost elected to get 2 fists to the footy when he realised he couldn't take the mark himself. As we're in the Roos forward pocket. 12 plays won early on as we're just about halfway through this first quarter. It will be Chalechikin in the ruck. As there's a snap forward from East Ringwood that will stray left. So just the behind pushing the margin back out to 12 points.
Yes, indeed. The Roos definitely on the attack. So 13 plays 1. So they bomb the kick to Blackburn. It's a kick. Does it Blackburn? Of course, they're going for a 3-peat. I don't know if it's 4, but that could be wrong there. So it's just been a powerhouse club of baseball to oval, really. They've been in I reckon they've been in a lot of Premier Reserves, Grand Finals, and 19s as well. You just know, you just book them at the start of the year to be there, I reckon. So, play resumes. Trying to tackle. It's a clean hit out. She gets the kick there. Bit of hold there, nothing called. It's going to be a ball up. So we've played about 12 and a bit minutes into this first quarter. The Premier Reserves Grand Final played here between East Ringwood and Blackburn. It's going to be a ball up. On the outside wing there where the signage is. Terrific signage. The league do a tremendous job of promoting this day. So as Blackburn get things going forward here, got a couple of one-on-ones. Leonard Mark taken. So Mark's taken here for Blackburn. They can kick their first. Still waiting for the player to turn around, if that would be nice. They're playing number 49. So Hayden Telford, the guy's kicked 45 goals, as you've written down here, Chris. So
yep,
he can kick number 46 if he wants to, of course. So Telford lines up to kick Blackburn's first of the day. Kick, it's on its way, it's there. Blackburn get their first of the afternoon. They move to 1-1-7 to East Ringwood, 2-1-13. We're about 13 and a half minutes in to this first quarter.
And there is life, there is a pulse from the Burners early on.
Well, they needed it. They just needed it to, you know, stay in touch.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. And we've seen in some of our other grand finals across different divisions and different levels that sometimes the first quarter just tends to get away from a side and they struggle to make the distance back up. But that is a much-needed goal. And who else but that man there, Hayden Telford, like you just heard from Blake Tennant, 46th of the season. So have the ball up in the middle. It's Percy back in the ruck against Hollow, who's been there all day. And players are wrapped up, and we'll have another ball up just about in the same position. So same two ruckmen. Below was Hollower that run that tap, looking to kick it off the ground with a Rams in number 58, Jay Dimitrov. The umpire will call for the ball again as Markich Smith is wrapped up in a tackle. So we're still not really at any territory game. It's Percy, almost uncontested in that run contest there, winning it. But it's socked off the ground by the Burners as they look to go forward through Oscar Buckley. Heaving kick forward. The target was Patterson, couldn't quite take it, but now he's Patterson, gets it on the left. And it's straight wide. I heard a whistle there. I believe there's a free kick.
Maybe a push. I think it's going number 11.
Well, it will be number 11, the man who had that shot on goal, Liam Patterson.
Liam Patterson.
The Roos defenders are pleading their innocence. But the umpire has made his decision. So, man on the mark is 20 or so metres out. 45-degree angle here just about for Liam Patterson as he strolls in to level up the scores. It's Patterson on the left, and he knew it straight away as the ball hit the boot. Here come the Blackburn Burners, levelling up the scores at 2-1-13 apiece. 15 and a half gone in this opening term. Yeah,
I did say this will be the most evenest reserves grand final we've seen in a long time. So Patterson gets his first, and that levels the scores as we speak right now. So it's 2-1-13 apiece right now. It's well and truly game on right now. So East Ringwood, now it's over to you. We need a response. Blackburn have hit the score line. Let's see who can do the next there. So they get a kick. That was by 52 Sam Rogers, but an intercept mark taken. That was by number 13, I believe, in Matthew Barkus. First to get there was Ethan Wynn. 8 times at best, of course. Try and move the ball and gets a strong tackle there. Norton involved. Spins a couple times, gets a hand pass. Collier was there. Kane involved. And a strong tackle again. It's going to be a ball up right in front of the paint, of course. The Eastland paint. It looks very nice to see. Again, it looks like it's going to be wrapped up yet again.
We'll have another ball up just in front of us here on the broadcast side wing. True centre wing. It was Percy that rose terrifically high, but his tap went only as far as an opposition player, and the kick's gone straight up in the air when it will fall into the hands of 34 Markage Smith, possibly touched because players continued here, head over the footy and falling on the ball. It was a variety of players, so we will have another ball up in the centre square as Percy and Holloway cancel each other out. It's just thrown on the right boot by Sam Rogers, who gets it forward off hands. It's in the hands of Harry Nolan now. Handballs to a teammate. Great tackle by Liam Patterson.
Yellow.
But it's a yellow card for Liam Patterson. Might have been a dumping tackle was the call. So Patterson, who just kicked the last major of this game, has been sent to the sidelines for a 15-minute stint on the bench.
So they're going to be 2 plays short now, Blackburn. So remember that player went down as well. So they're going to be 2 plays short at this stage. So they're going to be with 21 at the moment.
That's exactly right, as the Roos will now look to take advantage. It is early in the game still though, so hopefully legs aren't too tired out there from a Blackburn perspective, as the Roos have the ball in Thomas Norton, and they'll look to go far side wing. It's off hands. Around the footy was Dosker Buckley. He'll just see the footy over the boundary line. So we'll have a boundary throw in here, just in front of the MEGT and Yarra Valley Water banners on the fence here out at Bayswater at Marie Wallace Oval. Great supporters of the EFNL as always. As G taking a hit was an East Ringwood player, but the umpire will call for a ball up. So we'll be Holloway in the ruck once more. He's had 2 or 3 opponents so far, but he's just been doing the work all himself, and will win this tap out again as it's gone to Sam Rogers, and now on the far boundary side. And we'll have another ball up. So that connection between Rogers and Holloway looking to bear fruit for the Burners as we tick over the 19-minute mark in this opening term. As it will be Holloway against Percy. Holloway will win once more. Looking to bring it out with Sam Fitzgerald, but he was wrapped up in a tackle. So we'll have yet another ball up. So this quarter looking to finish the way it started. A bit of a cagey affair. Percy went high.
AFL Victoria, with support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game great. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself.
We support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Real fans respect the game.
So we welcome you back here to Marie Wallace Oval out in Bayswater for our Premier Division Reserves Grand Final here between the East Ringwood Roos and the Blackburn Burners. East Ringwood out of their huddle quite early as the second siren now breaks up. The Blackburn was East Ringwood dominating territory early on in that opening turn, but Blackburn able to make it count when they got inside their forward 50. goal kickers so far, singles 2, Zachary Chilechikin and Lachlan Geimer for East Ringwood, and for Blackburn, Liam Patterson and Hayden Telford. Hayden Telford kicking his 46th of the season, but Liam Patterson with the single, but obviously got sent off with a yellow card, put into the sin bin late on in that opening term. So he will be set for 15 minutes on the sidelines. It's left on the scoreboard or so. So just waiting for the last patrons to get off our playing. Sides to open this second term, if you don't mind.
Mate, there's been some freakish goals, of course. I think we had a Kobe guy from Blackburn at 19s. He kicked 2 impossible goals and they went through. So that's just superb footy.
So the talent is on show here as East Ringwood have some defending to do now. All of a sudden, under the cosh a bit, as they have a 3v1, they can get it forward, and strolling in and kicking another.
58.
Is number 58. That's a Lachlan Warsom. Well, Blackburn just put the pedal to the metal out of the centre stoppage and just got it forward off hands, got it to a point where they had a 3v1 advantage, and it was Warsom to just chip it over the man on the line from about 15, 20 metres out. So all of a sudden, Blackburn hit the front for what I believe is the first time in this decider. Scoreboard reads East Ringwood 3-1-19, Blackburn 4-1-25.
Yeah, it's just going to be 2 big games here. Quarters as well will just determine where this is going to end as well. So East Ringwood, it's over to you now. A response is needed. Blackburn kicked 2 goals in a row, but if you add it up all together, it's 3 goals to 1, as you can speak right now. So it's all Blackburn at this stage as they move the ball forward. East Ringwood got a kick inside. Plays to the ball there at East Ringwood. Got numbers, but there's plenty of red and black around. And it's going to be a high tackle free kick going to Blackburn. With number 48 there, that was by Jesse Brown. And here come the Burners. They get a mark there, that was by Mitchell Williams. He bombs it in forward, and that's going to be out of bounds on the fall. Taking the kick there will be number 31, Campbell McInama. And he finds a teammate there in Michael Cramp. So Cramp now can just slow things down for East Ringwood. They bomb it forward. Bit of a fist there. It's going to be a race here. Who can pick it up first? Zahaf Ali off the ground. And this looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Play still in, sorry, my bad. And it's going to be now a boundary throw-in.
So East Ringwood looking to respond now. As they have the ball in their forward pocket, it will be a boundary throw-in. I'll look for the likes of Silesican to open get another major on the board for them, as it will be that man that we just mentioned, Silesican, in the ruck, but the kick made its way out. But it will be a free kick going to the way of the Roos. It's Callum Copeland that will bring this one back into their forward 50s. A man in the mark is just outside the arc and will look to take distance. Holloway got a free run at it, but there is a free kick going the way of number 32, that man we just mentioned again, Zachary Silesican. It might have been for a push, might have been for a block. Either way, the man ended up on the ground illegally. There are just some slight afters there from Zahaf Ali. Silesican will take this kick. slightly greater than a 45-degree angle. Man on the mark. Stands about 20 out. So he will walk in here, Celestic, looking for his second of the day. He's got the headband on. And the kick's on its way. And it's through. He knew straight away. Again, somewhat of a muted celebration from what he's built up his reputation. But just a fist pump again, as it's all business here for the Roos as they level up the scoreboards at 4-1, 25 apiece.
He's a big-time performer, isn't he, Chris?
It's definitely right. And on the big stage, you need your big plays to step up, and that's what he's done so far.
Well, 2 years ago, he was the best on-ground medal with 5 goals, if you don't mind. So, could be primed for a big one here. Scores a level now. We asked for East Ringwood to respond, and they do that. There's the ruck there. That was a good hit out there by Joel Holwa. The two big boys in the ruck, of course. Holwa gets the hit out there. Kick away there was directed with Blackburn. They get a handball. Another one too for Blackburn, and they bomb it inside their forward 50, 1-on-1 in the goal square. Who's going to find? Out the back, if you don't mind, kicks the goal. Easy as you like there. Hayden Telford, that's his second of the day. And now Blackburn are back in front now.
Well, I'll tell you what, Blake, I was thinking about some of the grand finals we've had so far this season on the way over here, and I don't think we've had one at the moment that is quite as neck and neck as this one. Because one team will get a goal, maybe go on a run of 2 consecutive goals, and the others will pin them right back, get an instant response. That's what we've seen in this second quarter.
Look at that, the Red Jackets, it's very scripted around Blackburn. If you go to Blackburn Morton Park, this is the only thing you see. The Red Jackets.
Exactly right. As we do start to have a fair crowd forming here. And that is Hayden Telford with his second of the day, 47th for the season, as the Burners open up a 6-point lead again. And we are only now crossing over the halfway point in this second quarter, and we have been absolutely spoiled for a contest here as Blackburn look to bring it out through Kritopoulos, bit off way more than he could chew, bit off about 3 more players' tackles than he could chew, as they now look to rebound through Keedle, who's, a bit of a mungle kick forward. It would hit the deck, bounce out the back, so Hafali's around it. Ridderford maybe took his opponent high, but umpire says he ducked into it, so nothing doing. Good tackle there from Tom Ridderford, 7 times in best on the season, twice in the 3 previous meetings in 2024 between these two sides. It's just sent forward and elected to get the 2-hand tap forward was Tom Ridderford, as the ball's going to be seen over the boundary line. Involved in it was Thomas Norden. Again, he's been around the footy a fair bit in the last minute or so. Will be Hollow in the ruck again. Seldom a ruck contest without the big man in there for the Burners, as he'll be going against Hannon Mundy this time. Looking to bring it out without the footy though, and was held. Was a Blackburn player. And he will be rewarded with a free kick. So it's number 40, Jack Kritopoulos, who's been involved throughout this fixture so far. 21 goals on the season, but he's been set up more defensively in this reserves Premier Division decider. So it was a puck on the far side wing. Got to the hands of Gregory, threw it on the boot. Bit of scrappy footy to be won now, out to the boundary line. And umpires will call for a boundary throw-in on that far side, true centre wing here. As we are back into play now, as the Rucks will go at it again. It's Hollower once more, this time going up against Llewellyn. Got a bit of a makeshift handball off around the footy was Apple, and he'll be wrapped up for another ball up.
Yep. So big crowd is coming around here at Bayswater Oval. Big crowd as always expected here today. It's the biggest day of the calendar year of EFNL, as we now get the blue and white, as you say, Chris, the boys in blue. I like that saying, actually. That's pretty good from you. There we go there.
And there are the fans in blue.
Yeah, the fans in blue. There we go. So they'll be up and about as well for the next game, of course. East Ringwood taking on Bowen in the senior grand final. Straight after this, of course. You can catch that on 98.1 at 1:15 for the boys' pre-game thoughts. And as well, you can tune in on your dial as well. So a strong tackle there. That's going to be holding the ball. It's going to go to Blackburn. So they look to bring it back to play to Blackburn. They bum it forward. A strong tackle there. Nothing doing it. It's going to be a ball. A bit of feeling too. I think they've played each other. Of course, this will be the 4th time as well. So this will be interesting for both sides here. Strong tackle.
Just to note too, Blake, Liam Patterson should be making his way back onto the field as you see now on the interchange.
What timing? Are you like a magician or something with the times there, Chris? So there you go. So Patterson will be coming on shortly. Of course, they are going to be a man down though, Blackburn, with Joshua Murray going down. So it's a late out for Blackburn. Don't know what injury. Maybe a shoulder, ankle, knee. I'm not a doctor.
Anything?
Yeah, could be anything like that. So they get a kick there. That might be deliberate. It is. I caught it.
We're so on today, Blake.
It's going to be a deliberate free kick going to East Ringwood. And Mitchell Keedle will take this. He's been pretty solid down back for East Ringwood today. Pretty solid all day. Of course, part of that premiership team in 2022 for the Roos. Really good year that was. They're looking to repay that with 2 premierships, hopefully today. Mark taken there by Zach Murray. He bums a great kick by the man there. Just centering ball through the corridor. There's the coaches, of course. So having the kick here is Oscar Buckley. And it looks like it's going to be a free kick. Yes, it will be. And it's going to go to East Ringwood. So East Ringwood will have this. I believe this is Jay Dimitrov. Yes, it is. He does a short inboard kick there to Marcus Kane. Of course, another teammate of that premiership team in 2022. They do a strong tackle there. But Blackburn now, this is where they can pounce and get a goal going forward. They do. They got the numbers at the back. Kicking that short one. Trying to find a teammate. And it's going to be through for a behind. Just rushing things there. That was by number 15 and Rafael Parowski. So, no score, but out bounce on the field.
Looks like it might have snuck in there for a behind from Pashkowski, so we'll have it brought back into play. It's the Burners with a 7-point lead. What is with these East Ringwood kick-ins? That one's gone about 70, 80 metres again. We're going 2 from 2. This is great stuff as they look for that far side wing. Teammates around the footy. Gee, look at the sidestep there from Connor O'Brien. Terrific work as he gets it to a teammate in Llewellyn who just look to take territory with a kick. It's off hands. It's a 2v1 for the Roos. Did that come off a boot? Goal umpire says no, so it's rush behind. I think that took 4 players to get from a massive kick in from defence for the Roos to a somewhat smothered shot on target, but Blackburn will bring it back in. We're back to just a kick in it. 6 points the margin. I was looking for the far side wing. A few high flies there. It came off plenty of hands. One of those around it was O'Brien for the Roos, and umpire will call for a ball up. Just in from the boundary line, some 60 metres out from the East Ringwood uprights. As it's a boundary throw-in, actually. Oh no, it was a ball up. So we'll have the ball up anyway. Play resumes either way, and we'll go out for a boundary throw-in this time, and I'm certain about that one. As we have not gained any real distance here. Still 60 out, just in front of the Deakin University and Yarravoli Water signage on the fence. Of course, proud supporters of the Eastern Football Netball League. We couldn't do it without them. As wrapped up in a tackle was Jay Dimitrov. And there's Blake.
Hey. Hello.
As we're having a few camera shifts here. As we go down the far side wing. Caught me just a touch off guard there. But we will have
Jeez, hello.
a free kick going the way of Blackburn. As they'll send it into their forward 50 now. It's a deep entry. Got hands to the footy, was 46 in wind, but he's spilled out the back. He'll have it to get, gee, almost ran through a player with the footy was Campbell McNamara. but the umpire will call for a boundary throw in. So we're in the forward pocket, Blackburn's forward 50. Some 25 out, this ball land about 30 out from the uprights, as I believe that's Kay Gregory wrapped up in a tackle. He's done some nice crumb work so far. Gregory still yet to get his name on the goal sheet.
The Red Jackets yet again.
Jeez, we've cut back just in time. We're going to push and shove a few afters. Nothing in bad blood there, though. Both play smiling as they get up, as it's in the hands of Sam Rogers, who was terrific out of the clearance of Blackburn in that first term. And he's looking to replicate that impact here in the second, but hasn't quite had success in doing so just yet. As the ball spilled out, it's got to be thrown on the right boot by Kane. And the intercept mark will be taken just on the forward 50 arc. So Blackburn will look to bring it back in. The kick was under a slight amount of pressure. Roos numbers around the footy. It's going to be a great tackle there, wrapped up by Jesse Brown, and we'll have another ball up.
Bit of a feeling of this game. A little bit of argy-bargy sort of thing. Early stages, which we'd love to see in a grand final, was getting the kick there. That was by James O'Connor. And that's going to be out of bounds on the full, deliberate, and it's going to go to Blackburn. A short kick there. That was to Blackburn. Just want to slow things down. Do the Burners. And play on. They try to find a teammate couldn't get to the position. It's going to be a ball up. Geez, look at that camera work down the back there. Crowd's definitely brewing down there as Kane gets involved, gets a kick going forward. He's just kicked it to nobody, and Blackburn have just got a whole paddock to themselves. First to get there was Yuan Lee, but East Ringwood got the numbers going forward. Sahaf Ali in the corner, one-on-one. Who's going to get there first? Teammate there was Luke Ferry. A little bit of a push there. And a throw. And it's going to East Ringwood. Sahaf Ali has got the ball, and he's going to kick this on the Siren.
Do you know one of the Blackburn defenders there almost put in a full-blown slide tackle?
So, I mean, the soccer is back, EPL. But Sahaf Ali can level the scores at half-time here, so he can line up and kick his first of the day. He's kicked 25 goals for the season. Sahaf Ali can line up here and put the Roos to a tie with Blackburn in this at half-time. Sahaf Ali lines up. Kick gets on its way, it's there. East Ringwood now tie the game. 5-2-32 to Blackburn, 5-2-32. So it's a draw here at half-time. We're in for a big show. We've got a big second half to come. All single goal kickers except for Zach Chili-Chekin. He's got 2. Callum Copeland's got 1. Lockie Guymer's got 1. Same with Sahaf Ali, just kicked that. And 2 goals to Hayden Telford with Lockie Warsham. He's got 1. Same with Jacob Apple and Liam Patterson. That is it. That is half-time down here at Bayswater Oval. We've got a big second half to come.
EFNL Victoria, in support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game growth, and we're strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome by intent. Make a promise to be the best version of yourself and support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life. Real fans respect the game. Make it helps to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
cable hanging down here. Kids might grab it. Cool, thanks.
And welcome back to Bayswater Oval for what has turned out to be a thrilling Premier Division Reserves Grand Final so far. We are at half-time. The scoreboard reads East Ringwood 5-2-32, Blackburn 5-2-32. Absolutely nothing to split either side at the moment in this season decider. Scores are level at quarter time as well. Both teams kicking 2-1-13. So it is an absolutely enthralling fixture that we have had play out in front of us so far. Here in Bayswater, we're getting a good crowd starting to form in anticipation for the game after this one. That is, of course, a Premier Division Seniors Grand Final. That'll be East Ringwood taking on Baldwin. East Ringwood, of course, they've had 3 teams being represented today on that day of days, on Premier Division Grand Final day. Their under 19.5s unfortunately fell short against Blackburn in their Grand Final just before this one. They, of course, had the reserves here and then the seniors after this. And Blackburn's under 19.5s, as you just heard me mention, put together their 4th consecutive under 19.5 premiership. Just before this game, their reserves are in this one, and their seniors unfortunately fell short. And the Baldwin fans that we're seeing coming now will be here just for the senior grand final after this one, and what will be a terrific match. If it's anything even like this fixture that we've got here today for the reserves grand final, we will be in for a treat. Teams have just about taken their positions. Umpires are doing their final checks, final stretches, and we will very shortly be ready to commence this second half.
James Kempworthy there, Surrey Park Premiership coach, and back-to-back. Sure Josh would love that.
As we have the lift-off here in the second half of this Premier Division Reserves Grand Final, as the ball is bouncing around the forward 50 arc for Blackburn. Around it was Gregory, but it was picked up. Just got the left boot on it. It's going to sail. Does it have the carry? It's going to bounce, kept in, and eventually smothered over the line by the Roos. So a rush behind to open up this third term. And if the last 2 kick-ins that I've seen have been anything to tell, this one from East Ringwood will go about 80 metres, Blake.
Fox Footy longest kick is on, of course, next Saturday. So that is not a good one. As play resumes. Patterson involved. Of course, got yellow carded, of course. Can't forget that. Probably tell he's, when he's older than his kids, when he's going, I've got the yellow carded in the grand final. So Cramp going to get here first. He does that, gets a hand pass. Good ball movement here by East Ringwood, and that's going to go out of bounds. So, of course, don't forget as well, Josh Murray ruled out of this Premier Division Reserves Grand Final. So Blackburn will be 1 short as well for today's contest. So they get a hand pass, they run it in forward to Blackburn. They got one-on-ones at the back here. Over the set, but it's going to be out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
So in the forward pocket, some 25 metres out from the Blackburn uprights, this boundary throw-in will take place from. As it's in now, and there's a pack around it. The rucks are cancelling each other out, but it's on to Gregory. Snap on the right boot and just double-fisted over the line there by number 58 for the Roos in Jay Dimitrov. So first time I can remember in this fixture not seeing Hollower in a ruck contest, but results in a minor score. So Blackburn with a 2 rush behinds to open this third term, open up a 2-point lead. And I believe this will be Mitchell Keedle, who will look to his right boot and send it. That one's a touch better, not great. There was a push free kick going the way of Markich Smith, who will look to his broadcast side and finds Sahaf Ali, who now has a man to his right but elects not to use him. Ali will just go straight up the guts. Look for Silesican in this forward 50 as it's thrown on the right boot by the ruckman Percy as it's dropped off hands now. Free man there is Kane as he snaps, and it's just touched over the line. There's a spare man there for East Ringwood, but couldn't quite control it enough to get it on the boot.
Look at the big Big sign there, go Roos. There you go, look at that. Plenty of blue and white today, and that's going to go out of bounds on the full. So having that is number 43 in Connor O'Brien. He bombs it in forward for the chicken direction, and he gets a free kick. Chili chicken. So that one. So chili chicken has the ball here. He's going to kick his third of the day. He's going to line up. He's kicked a goal in every quarter pretty much if he can nail this one through. So chili chicken. Line up for kick his third and put East Ringwood back in front with their 6th major of the day. So chili chicken. Look at this.
That's just for a camera angle.
That is a very good camera angle. And that goes straight through. East Ringwood back in front. 6-3-39. East Ringwood to Blackburn. 5-4-34. Great start there by East Ringwood. And he bombs that one through. So that's his third of the day. He's kicked a goal in every quarter so far, Chris. He's doing a terrific job.
Said he was best on last time the Roos were in the premiership. He's making
19s, yep.
A very good case to go back-to-back so far, so he gets his third of the day. And like we just heard, the Roos now opening up a 5-point lead over the Burners as ball goes up in the centre. Bucks cancel each other out, but it was Percy that threw it on the right boot. Didn't get the right part of the ball, though, and it's taken by Ferry. He got a handball off to his teammate, Guymer, who kicked the opener. Now they'll look towards goal, but it's strayed left for a behind. It's a good work out of the stoppage there for East Ringwood, but only a minor score to show for it. As the margin has now gone back out to 6 points as the Burners look down the far side, pushing the back was from Hollower. Umpire agrees. And bringing the ball back into play will be Matthew Barkis, who has a free kick. Will look to centre it, just chip it inside 50. It was off the one hand of Ridderford. Ali looking for a teammate, could only handball it into space, but now it comes out a clearing kick from Apple, and he'll look to take distance, but that one will bounce straight out of bounds on the full. So it will be East Ringwood ball once again. The Burners can't take a breath just yet, as it will be Ethan Wynn who will bring it back in. 8 times in best on the season. And he'll just look for a deep entry. Around it was Patterson, who's doing some defensive work. And now the snap is on its way from East Ringwood, and it's gone through.
I believe it was number 40.
Number 40, Luke Ferry, had a ton of mud in his back, so it made it a bit hard to see. But he's kicked it there. It's a great snap on the right boot. The assist, of course, coming from Celesican.
Yep, number 40, yep.
So that will go to Luke Ferry. And a bit of magic there from the Ferry as he threw it on the right boot.
He had to
couldn't resist myself there.
Look at him. So, this is great camera footage as well. Terrific scenes down there at East. They're happy now. They're 2 goals in front. And they're looking very, very good at this stage here. They've kicked 2 goals in this quarter. Need a response from Blackburn. As they get a kick there, that was by Joel Hollower. Try slow things down. And the mark taken. It is. I think it's going to go to number 54. It's way from, 24. 24. So Jackson Wright. I believe he was the best on ground medal in the reserves grand final last year. So Jackson Wright can line up and kick Blackburn's 6th of the day here. He lines up and it's going to go to the right. So it's through for a behind. So that moves the score to East Ringwood 7-4-46 to Blackburn 5-5-35. So we've gone 7 minutes in to this third quarter.
So East Ringwood will bring it back into play, and that kick will take as much distance as a few before it. It's now off the hands of Hart. Kick will go forward in the direction of East Ringwood's uprights as first to the footy will be Williams. as he's on that far side wing, and his kick will, I believe, has a mark been paid? It was a diving mark there from Matthew Vargas as he slid off the field. Mark hasn't been paid, but I think it's out of bounds anyway. So Vargas a bit worse for us. I think he landed in a pile of mud as well. So a bit of insult to injury there. We hope he's okay, as he's just on his haunches for a bit. As the kick is just a mongrel one into the pack. Spilled out the back. Hollower has it, will look to handball. Looked for Rogers, can't quite get it there. It's now in the hands of Norton. And the free kick will go the way of Blackburn. So it's Sam Rogers. He's done well in the clearance work here for the Burners so far. They find themselves down 11. And we'll look for a target in the middle of the field. We'll find one in Hart, who looks to play on and go straight away. And it was great work as he finds Kritopoulos on the lead. Terrific heads-up play there from Jordan Hart as he took the mark, knew what was behind him, and could turn and go straight away. And it will be
number 40.
Jack Kritopoulos, 21 goals in the season, yet to kick one today. He was initially lining up about 10 metres too far to the left, but we've sorted it out now. So man on the mark is 25 out. Kritopoulos on a slight angle will favour a right footer. As in comes Jack Kritopoulos to narrow the margin down to 5, kicks on its way, and it will straight left. So the Burners have had chances that they were putting away earlier on in this fixture. But that one behind from minor scorers, the lead is back to 10 points. East Ringwood, 7-4-46. Blackburn, 5-6-36.
Yes, it's definitely going to see. They needed that one too, get a kicked away there. That was by Matthew Barkas. Sahaf Ali involved here. Norton again involved. He's chasing. He managed to get there. And it's another strong tackle, and that's going to be a ball up. So we're about 10 minutes into this third quarter here. Another strong tackle. And it's going to be a ball up yet again. Chili Chicken involved in the ruck. And again, another ball up, stoppage play. So just remember as well, if you want to watch the senior men's match of the round, it is now on Radio Eastland 98.1 and Facebook and YouTube. So tune in that as well. So that's on live as we speak right now. So tune into that. But this game will still be on, of course. So plenty to choose from. If you want to watch this, watch the live play, feel free. But if you want to listen into the pre-game and what the media team's thoughts are before the game and hear from both coaches, so Brendan Sanderson, of course, from Bulwen, and of course East Ringwood, Ben Osborne as well. So there you go, plenty to choose from. They'll be coming in shortly. This play resumes. East Ringwood again, looking to bounce, and that's going to be another ball up.
So the ball up right in front of us here on the broadcast side wing, true centre wing. As boundary throwing will commence shortly. You see the tons of fans in the background, plenty of red jackets, plenty of people in blue as well. As the rucks cancel each other out, it's off the hands. Tapping it forward was Buckley. We're now looking to bring it out for East Ringwood was Copeland. Bodies dropping around the footy. It's now finally brought out through Cade Gregory. As there's still plenty of work to do to get it out of the huddle. And wrapped up in the tackle was Moran Lee. And we'll have a ball up once more. So it's in the hands of Sam Rogers now. It will be wrapped up. So yet another ball up. They have not been in short supply. As it was Mundy doing the ruck work. And there's a free kick now holding the ball. Going to go the way of East Ringwood. Umpire deemed prior. It will be Mitchell Keedle to bring this one in. And he'll just look to take distance with the kick. And he's gone to the pocket to Chiller Chicken. Couldn't quite take it. Ball came off his face at one point. And now Sam Rogers laying a good tackle. So it was Zachary Selesic in there who Puts his hand up, says good kick from Keedle. Has an absolute rocket of a right boot on him. Can really take distances. That's about as obvious as a high tackle as you're going to get. Apparently not, though. I must have seen that wrong as there's a ball up, making me look bad. As Hollower taps it out to the boundary, and that's just professionally guided over. So we're some 13 and a half through this third term. I believe there will be time on in this second half for the reserves grand finals and the reserves competitions. Not in the first half, but there is time on in the second half. So an undisclosed amount of time to play, but you can probably take a good guess as Michael Cramp is around the footy, just gets on the left boot. Right next to him is Marcus Kane. Kick just goes straight up, high in the air, and now it's tapped by Williams and taken over the boundary line for a boundary throw. And as we are still in the East Ringwood forward pocket, you see we've got the cameras set up behind the goals, doing a terrific job of finding an alternative angle there. As we'll have another ball up just inside the boundary line. As Percy hit the deck, some 30 metres out from the uprights. Percy will regroup and go again, and Holloway grabs it out of the ruck. Another makeshift handball over his head. Laying a tackle was Oscar Buckley, who's been good so far today. In the best 2 times out of the 3 so far in their previous meetings. As we will have another boundary throw-in.
Indeed. So there you go, the Arval with the Roos. Go Roos. Banner definitely be used a lot today. It's the 2 rucks going at it. Been doing that the whole game today. Who's your best on ground? I know it's early stages, but who you backed really? As a free kick gets called.
I'm looking at it, and I think it's hard to go past Zachary Chilechikin. I hope I've said that right. Apologies if we haven't. Chili Chicken, we might call him. No, he's been stellar today. 3 goals, like you said, 1 in each quarter. Set up 1 for a teammate not too long ago in this one.
I think he's the front runner. I think Mitch Keedle's also been pretty rock solid down back, so it's going to be hard to tell. But at this stage, Zachary Chili Chicken. Mark taken there. That was by Patterson. Already kicked 1 today, and of course yellow carded. And well defended there. That was by number 68 and Harry Nolan. He gets a short kick there. That was to Connor O'Brien. Connor O'Brien moves it forward. Norton involved, gets the kick. Where would this sit? A short kick there, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds. Of course, the coaches box down the back there has also been used. The only time they really bring it out for opposition coaches, they never do it during the home and away season. It's always the grand final day, I get that, but never. There's something happened beyond play there. There's a man down, number 52 there in Sam Rogers is down. As play continues on. First to get there was number 21 in James O'Connor. To a 1-on-1 down the back there. Nothing doing, and it's going to be a boundary throw in. I think you got a punch to the gut potentially. Maybe even a bump. So as the umpire throws the ball in. Chilechekin. Kane. Ali. So East Ringwood lead by 10 points here. 7-4-46 to 5-6-36. East Ringwood leading at this stage. Look at the blue and white crowd as we see them on our screens. They're going to be everywhere today. All 3 senior sides into today's decider for the first time since 1961, of course. As the umpire throws it up. Gets the kick. One's there. Big bump there. James O'Connor gets a kick there. Oh, sorry, handball to Kane. Kane gets a foot there, and that's going to be left in. And 34 there. Adam Market Smith and finds a teammate in number 15, and Lockie Geimer, who's already kicked one. And I believe he kicked the first, is that correct?
Exactly right, spot on, Blake.
Yeah, so he kicked the first goal of the game.
And then set up the next, I believe. Got the goal assist on the next one.
To Zachary Chili checking. So, for his second goal of the day, it's Lockie Geimer. The crowd will let us know, that's one thing for sure. So, Lockie Geimer can put East Ringwood up by 16 points if he wants to kick this truly. He lines up, kick gets on its way, it's there! Lockie Geimer gets another, and that is his second of the day. The numbers have scored 8-4-52 East Ringwood to Blackburn 5-6-36. Wowza, look at that. That is just a, jeez, that is a mongrel of a kick, but that sailed through, didn't it, Chris?
That's exactly right, and we've seen so many times throughout the first half of this game where they were just going blow for blow, punch for punch, these two sides, and hitting the scoreboard. But in this quarter, it's 5 scoring shots to 4 at the moment. The only difference is Blackburn have kicked 0-4-4, and of course East Ringwood have now kicked 3-2-20. So opening up now what is a 16-point lead are the East Ringwood Roos. As there'll be a ball up in the centre square. And Holloway looked to grab it out of the ruck, couldn't quite take it cleanly. And Apple just wrapped up in the tackle. So we'll have another ball up. Like we just said, the Roos opening up a 16-point lead. 52 plays 36 here at Bayswater Oval. As a free kick will go the Burners' way. They need a response. They need one in this quarter, you'd think, as we are just now entering time on. So kick will find a target in Jordan Hart, who's had a good quarter so far in this third term. His kick, though, as I say, that drops short, doesn't find a target. Wrapping up the tackle was 58 Lachlan Warsom, and we'll have another ball up. And there it is. So the ball spilled out the back. Kate Gregory was around it again, didn't quite have it. Wasn't taken illegally though. I was looking to burst out was Ferry. It's off the hands of Norton. Now the Burners look inside forward 50. Believe it was touched. Ball hit the decks. Looked to spill out the back. Read well by the Roos defender and will be wrapped up for yet another ball up. It's James O'Connor doing the defensive work there as we're 45 metres out from the Burners upright. Still looking for their first major of the third term. It was just volleyed by East Ringwood. Just volleyed at hip height by Mitchell Keedle, but I believe the call is kicking in danger, which is maybe slightly harsh, but it was Gregory who would just handball it off to a teammate Jackson Wright, and his kick is inaccurate and spills out for a boundary throw-in. So we would have thought there was too much distance on it, too much asking, that's why it was handballed off. Though we'll have a boundary throw-in now, so in the forward pocket of the Blackburn forward 50. Ball dropped 25 out. It's off hands, off feet now as Chiller checking is around the footy, doing some defensive work, gets it out wide. The Roos looking to bring it out of their defensive 50. Kick will go to the boundary line. And the call is a boundary throw-in as we are 21 and a half gone in this third term.
Siren wouldn't be too far away. 21 minutes gone into this third quarter of the reserves grand final. So just give you a retrack of what's happened so far. East Ringwood have kicked 3 goals in this quarter. Blackburn have all kicked behind. So 3 goals to 3 behinds in this grand final. And that's a strong tackle, and that's going to be behind the ball. And there's your siren. So there you go, 3-quarter time. It's East Ringwood 8-4-52 to Blackburn 5-6-36. That is 3-quarter time action. Don't forget, we've got a big last quarter to come up after this game because we're going to dictate who's going to be taking home the Eastland Reserves Premiers. Hello.
AFL Victoria, with the support of leagues and clubs, are committed to keeping our game boys, and we are strong in our stance that any form of abuse across football at all levels is not tolerated. Any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf. We are encouraging all spectators not to confuse their anger with passion. We are all here for the same reason, for the love of Australia's favourite game. We want supporters, parents and players to make a promise to be the best versions of themselves and to support the hard-working volunteers, coaches and umpires who make our great game come to life every week on local grounds across our great state. Real fans respect the game. Make a pledge to keep the passion alive, but remember, any form of abuse is not welcome on our turf.
We welcome you back here to Bayswater Oval for the final quarter of the Premier Division Reserves season. Of course, in this season decider, scoreboard reads East Ringwood 8-4-52. Currently have a 16-point lead over Blackburn 5-6-36. It's been neck and neck all match, just in that what people call premiership quarter. We had a bit of separation. So at quarter time, scores are tied at 13. At halftime, tied at 32. But in that quarter, we had East Ringwood 5 scoring shots to Blackburn's 4. However, Blackburn kicked 0-4 for only 4 points in the turn. East Ringwood kicking 3-2, getting 20 of their own. So a 16-point margin has been opened up. Our goal kickers so far today, 3, leading all comers. And for the first time in this fixture in 2024, we have a player kicking more than 2 goals, and that is Zachary Silesican. 18 goals in the season. He's 3 so far, 1 in each quarter take. He's tallied at 21. And then the others for East Ringwood, 2 for Lockie Geimer, kicking the first. And then singles, 2, Luke Ferry, Callum Copeland, and Sahath Ali. On the Blackburn side, in the red and black, it is 2 majors going to Hayden Telford, getting his 46th and 47th of the season. And then singles going to Lachlan Warsom, Jacob Eppel and Liam Patterson, who kicked their opener, I believe. So we're just getting the last few patrons off Bayswater Oval here. Plenty of red jackets, plenty of fans in blue here. Of course, East Ringwood, all three teams in playing in their season deciders on Premier Division Grand Final day. That was the under 19.5s just before us here in the reserves game. Obviously, Blackburn emerging triumphant in that fixture by about 50 or so points. The Rezzies obviously here, the reserves looking to right that wrong and get one on the board, get a cup to take back to East Ringwood Reserve, currently leading by 16 points over Blackburn. And then after us, stay tuned because we have an absolutely monstrous Premier Division Senior Grand Final, our last match for the 2024 season here in the Eastern Football Netball League. It will be East Ringwood taking on Baldwin in what is set to be an absolute corker. We've seen some of the boys warming up here on Bayswater Oval in between the quarter time, half time and 3/4 time breaks, and they look right and ready for some action. So we have a big day still ahead of us here on this Saturday afternoon where there's a few clouds, but the weather has been true to us as we are ready for our fourth and final quarter of this season here in the Premier Division Reserves Grand Final. As coming out of it was number 59 Lockie Geimer, and the dumping tackle was called. It will be a free kick, and just like we saw to Liam Patterson in the first quarter, a dumping tackle gets a yellow. This time it's Sam Rogers who is shown the yellow card and put in the sin bin for 15 minutes for a dumping tackle. Just didn't get the technique right. And now once again, Blackburn are down 2 rotations. Obviously that injury in the first term to Joshua Murray. As sidestepping was Geimer, and wheeling and dealing throws on the left boot. Burners have numbers under the footies. It's going to drop out. So Hafar Lee's there. He was taken high. G nearly had his head ripped off. And he has a chance to really get one hand on the Premiership Cup for the East Ringwood Roos here. Brilliant work from Sahar Farley. He's got 15 on the season. Kicked one in the second. That was his 16th. We're looking to get his second of the game at 17th on the season as he's on a 45-degree angle. Man on the mark is 20 out. And this would really give East Ringwood a chokehold on this game. It'd be a long way back from Blackburn, who didn't convert their chances in the third quarter. They might be made to pay here from Sahar Farley as he walks in on the right boot. He knew it was true. His teammates knew it was true. Even the fans knew it was true as soon as it came off the boot. And Sahar Farley kicks the opener in this fourth term. And it is a massive, massive goal in the context of this game. As you see the goal animation go up on the scoreboard around Bayswater Oval. The scoreboard will now read East Ringwood 9-4-58, leading Blackburn 5-6-36, as the Roos have opened up a 22-point lead here at Bayswater Oval. 2 minutes gone in the final term, and East Ringwood strike first, and that is absolutely massive in the context of this match. As winning another clearance is Lockie Geimer. He's had a brilliant performance so far. Decided to fist the ball out was the Blackburn defenders as it's come out to the broadcast side wing. It's going to be Cade Gregory who has the footy. And options around him, but looks forward and just picks out a blue shirt. Not the right decision there, as Keita would take a mark, and he's hit afterwards by Gregory. Umpire said play on as he couldn't quite take the ball cleanly, and now Keita looking for some afters, but the free kick will go Blackburn's way. Gee, and the sidestep put Keita on his behind. It was number 48 in Jesse Brown as he looks wide to a player. And now they have some numbers. Blackburn could get something going here. The ball's with Kritopoulos. It's a massive hip and shoulder there from Ferry. There's a bit of feeling in this decider here in this fourth term. And it is exactly what you want to see as the Rucks go at it. And that'll be called for a boundary throw. And maybe unlucky not to get out of bounds on the full call there, as we will have a boundary throw-in just in between the race here at Bayswater Oval as the tunes are pumping below us as the sides get ready for the Premier Division Senior Grand Final straight after us. It's Gregory, gets to Kritopoulos, who got absolutely clattered. There is a great amount of physicality here in this Premier Division Reserves Grand Final as it's got feeling in it. All of a sudden there's a Torp 3v1. The Roos played it terrifically to bring it to ground despite the outnumber as they send it forward now. Blackburn defender got a run at it. It was spoiled by Silesican. Out to Sahaf Ali, drops a shoulder, looks wide. Ball doesn't sit up for the Roos player quite enough as they look to get it inside forward 50. It's smothered, and now Blackburn will go the other way. End-to-end footy here. Terrific body work. Out the back is 58 in Warson. He's going to run into an open goal, and he's kicked it. Gee, I thought he'd miss for a second there, the angle we were on, but he's kicked it. And after a completely frantic few minutes here at Bayswater Oval, the Burners get back on the board. It's Lachlan Warson who gets his second of the day. The bar for physicality has gone through the roof here in our Premier Division Reserves Grand Final. It was a great bump laid by his teammate that allowed Warson to have the time and the space out the back of the pack and to kick Blackburn's first since halftime. So scoreboard reads East Ringwood 9-4-58, Blackburn 6-6-42. Deficit back out to 16 points.
Yes, they need a response to Blackburn. Of course, East Ringwood got one before. It's just going to be neck and neck. It's the most evenest Premier Division Grand Final we've seen in a long time, Chris. So, as they get a kick to East Ringwood, Kane involved. Plenty of forward people starting to arrive. Two rucks going at it. Get the kick. And a mark not taken. That's a strong tackle. Gets the kick though. And that will be a ball up. So 16 points going to East Ringwood at this stage. They do lead by 16, of course. Has to get there is number 58, Jay Dimitrov. Short hand pass, that's going to be another ball up. Sorry, that was Callum Copeland, sorry. Ball up. Bit of a hold, nothing doing. Keto involved. It's a kick. And a mark taken there, that was by Hannah Mundy. Of course, a premiership player in that 2022 premiership side here, playing the reserves. So Hannah Mundy can line up and kick East Ringwood's 10th of the day here. He does a short one to Ali! Sahaf Ali. Line up and kick East Ringwood's 10th. With a short kick there, that was by Hannah Mundy. So Sahaf Ali can line up and kick East Ringwood's 10th of the day. He lines up. And it's going to... Oh, the post hits the woodwork. And that's through from behind. So
Tell you what, media manager Ryan Long is absolutely gutted because he had the perfect angle of that for the socials and he had the camera out and everything.
So 9-5-59, East Ringwood to Blackburn 6-6-42. As play resumes. Nolan involved, VFL listed, of course. A strong tackle there, and that's going to be holding the ball. That's going to go to East Ringwood. So number 52, Sam Fitzgerald has it. He kicks it. Norton involved, and he gets wrapped up, and that'll be all right.
So in the East Ringwood forward 50. Got a 17-point lead here they're looking to hold on to. Of course, in the last time these two teams met in the second semi-final, the Roos were goalless in the fourth term, but still managed to hold on for a win. But they've already kicked majors in this one, so they've learnt from their previous games. So they have a boundary throw in. This ball will likely drop 35 to 40 metres out from the East Ringwood upright. It's coming now. Rucks will do their work. It's Silesican against Hollower. They cancel each other out. Falling on the footy was Daniel Collier for East Ringwood. And they're more than happy to just take stoppages and keep that clock ticking over other Roos here. They've put themselves in the driver's seat through a strong second half performance. And the umpire will call for a ball up there again with some 30 metres out. as Holloway will win the punch it out of the ruck. And now the Roos are looking to go back the other way. There will be a boundary throwing called. Here at Bayswater Oval, like we said, a terrific crowd starting to form here in anticipation for our senior grand final after this one. That's on at 2:20. You'd hate to miss it. It's between East Ringwood and Baldwin, and it is set to be an absolute corker. And if it's anything like this reserves grand final, we'll be in for a treat as Gregory handballs it over the top, electing to punch it wide was Patterson. And now couldn't quite keep the footy in on that far side. I believe it was Oscar Buckley, and he's showing his frustration. Just seems to be ever so slightly getting away from the burners here. There's still plenty of time to make a play happen as we see the Baldwin senior team below us where our commentary position is. Just going out to warm up now as we're on the far side wing. We're going to handball wide to a teammate, other burners, and it's going to find its way over the boundary line for a ball up. So a true centre wing here on that far side in front of the car sales and Ringwood Mazda signage on the fence. Of course, we've got plenty of proud supporters of the Eastern Football Netball League on display around the fences here at Bayswater Oval. Cade Gregory, he's had a terrific game as well. In and around the footy, gets a forward. We're in the Blackburn forward 50 here, just inside the boundary line. Around it was Patterson, spoiling the ball, couldn't quite pick it up. Holding the ball's a call. And it's going to go the way of Gregory. He's going to look to centre the ball, and it's a bit of a blindsided kick as his teammate didn't know it was behind him. It's going to be picked up though. It's thrown on the boot by Wright, and his shot sails to the right, just like his name says. So I believe that's his third shot on goal. Jackson Wright, and he's only been able to manage one behind so far as the inaccuracy is starting to damage Blackburn's hopes of getting back in. This is sitting below the footy, was 48 in Copeland, but the ball went over him. Now Blackburn looking to go. It's a strong tackle against Joel Carter and now pushed over the boundary line is Milwan Lee, and will have a boundary throw in. Some 55 out from Blackburn's goal.
Yeah, so we're closing in on the 11-minute mark of this Premier Division Reserves Grand Final. East Ringwood leading by 17 points at this stage of this game. You feel like the next goal could be the sealer. It'll be very tough for Blackburn to come back from here. Hannon Mundy gets a kick there. Shot tackle there. Gets a kick. Sahaf Ali involved here. Gets a mark taken here. He's already kicked 2 today. He's got numbers through the corridor if he wants it, but nothing doing, does Sahaf. And he bombs it in. Gets a step around the corner, but there's all red and black here. And that is a very good work. That is a good win there by East Ringwood there, just to lock it in their forward half. So this will be a very good win for East Ringwood. They lead by 17 points. We're nearly closing in on the 12-minute mark of this grand final. Holway involved. It's going to be another ball up. There's 2 rucks. A strong tackle. It's going to be a ball up yet again. The umpire throws it up. And it's just racing away. And again, it's going to be another ball up. So, packed crowd in down here. I did expect this. About 1:45. I reckon we'll have a full house down there at Bayswater Oval today. So, anyway, you look, it just looks pretty packed. If we get a behind view of the supporters behind us where the camera is, it'd be great. Show how many people are here. So Sahaf Ali's got the free kick here. So he can line up and kick his third of the day. So Sahaf Ali can line up, kick his third and put East Ringwood up by 23 points and their 10th of the day. The check side, banana inside out, and it's going to go through for a behind. So that moves the score down to 9-6-60 to 66-42. And there go do the Burners here.
That's exactly right, as they'll just look to take territory with the kick, and they got numbers around the footy. Gee, big flyer was Barkas, and he's going to give away the free kick for an unrealistic attempt. As they've got options now on the right side if they see him. One of those is more on Lee, but he was just waved away, still in about an acre of space. They're going to the middle and find a target here. So Blackburn looking to set up patiently as the kick goes wide from Jack Norton. Kicks to a 2v1 though to his ruckman Hollower. Ball spilled out. It's going to favour the Roos as it's off the hands of Fitzgerald. And now bodies are dropping around the footy, just thrown on the right boot. Ball went high into the centre of the ground. Bit of a hidden hope, and it worked out well. The hope was true as the mark is taken there by Lockie Geimer, who has had an absolutely terrific game so far in this Premier Division Reserves Grand Final. And his kick will find a teammate in Billy Gleeson. He's just in front of us on this broadcast side wing. He's right in line of the cameraman down there as well, who'll get a few great photos from that, I'm sure, from Davis Harrigan and Field of View Photography down here at the Eastern Football Netball League. We've been doing brilliant work for as long as I can remember here, as Blackburn will look to rebound and just take territory. But again, we'll kick it straight to a Roos player, so not quite finding targets as the intercept mark's taken by James O'Connor. And he'll look to go forward straight in the guts. Plenty of boys in blue around it, and one of them is Michael Cramp, who takes the mark. 12 goals in the season, yet to get one today, as he'll just look to take territory with a kick. It's a good entry inside forward 50. Great intercept mark though, taken there by, I believe, Hollower, who's going to look wide to Patterson, put him under a bit of pressure as the ball wouldn't sit up for him. And there'll be a boundary throw in just inside the forward 50 arc. It's an 18-point margin we have here, the favour of the Roos. As the boundary throw-in has now been taken, and rucks will cancel each other out. It spills out to Apple. Kick is on. It's going to be through Liam Patterson here. His kick is smothered. Off hands, Gregory's around. A terrific performer today for the Burners as they've chained together some handballs. Had another option in the middle, but decided to go long. Out the back is Telford. What can he do? He's got a 2v1 and just has to see it over the boundary line. Tiger that time, Hayden Telford, 2 goals for today. He's got 47 for the season, but he'll need a few more if he's going to drag his team over the line here. As they're in the forward pocket here, as Sahaf Ali comes off for a breather. He's been terrific. As a boundary throw-in will drop some 30 metres out from the Blackburn upright. It's on the hands of Jackson Wright, who just snaps it forward, looking for a teammate. Gregory got hands to it, couldn't take it cleanly. Blackburn have numbers out the back if they can get it there, but they're struggling. Calls for deliberate, and it will be awarded. You hear the cheer go up from the Red Jackets behind the goal there. The Blackburn faithful. And if Blackburn are going to win this grand final, this one needs to go through. Believe it's Sam Rogers. Will have to come in on his right foot and snap it, and it's true. So there you go. Margins down to 12 points. Sam Rogers kicks his first of the game. I believe it's him. It might have been Liam Patterson.
I reckon it's Patterson. Just,
if you can see, we'll give it to Liam Patterson for now. So he was around that contest, so my apologies. That's Liam Patterson's second of the day. Had that short sabbatical for the sin bin, of course.
Nah, 52, yeah, you're right.
I was Sam Rogers,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, Sam Rogers.
So after a bit of umming and ahhing, we have decided it's Sam Rogers who kicks that goal to bring it back to 12 points. So scoreboard reads, East Ringwood 9-6-60, Blackburn 7-6-48. We have a game on our hands here at Bayswater Oval.
We do indeed. But it's always who wants it more, I guess. That's holding the ball going to the Burners. They palm it forward to the Roos. Big Sean kick there. Norton involved. Geez, they feel like it's game on now as we speak.
Another goal here from Blackburn, and this would go off.
The two best teams in the reserves competition going at it here for football's ultimate glory. It's another ball up. So again, another ball up down at the Blackburn end. Just on the arc of the 50 right now as we speak. Scoreboard reads Blackburn 7-6-48 to East Ringwood 9-6-60. As play resumes, gets a kick there. That was by Murray, I believe. A strong tackle there. It's going to be a ball up. We're on pretty much the square, the centre square of Bayswater Oval. Mundy involved. Eastland will get a kick there, but here come the Burners. Snap around the corner. Don't tell me it's blue. Blackburn get another goal, and don't write this game off yet. Blackburn get one through. What a goal that was.
I think it was Jordan Hart, Blake.
He showed some heart there. And Jordan Hart has put this game back on its knees. It's 6 points going away of East Ringwood at the moment. This game's not over.
Oh, and it's a bit nervy here. We're almost at a time on. We're about 30 seconds out. And you feel like if Blackburn win the clearance out of this ball up, just about anything could happen. So East Ringwood, how's your bottle? You've got to stand up here as Rogers is around the footy. It's off, socket off the ground. Around it was right, but it's going to go East Ringwood's way. They're going to need to go backwards to go forward. Handball straight to the opposition, and it's a top inside forward 50 to 2v1. So Half-Lee's taking the mark. He's got Celeste getting in the centre square. He's waved him off. Oh,
jeez.
Well, the handball from Blackburn. Blackburn had the handball at the back of the pack, just caught up in the moment, panicked, handballed it right to a direct opponent. And the kick over the top went to the 2v1 and was Sahafar Lee out the back. Took the mark, fell over, had Zachary Selesikin, who would have had his fourth of the day, wide open in the goal square, but just put his hand up and said, no, I've got this. So you feel like this has to go through. Otherwise, Selesikin has been having some words. 25 out, 45-degree angle, kicks on its way. There's your response. Back out to 12. Sahafar Lee gets his third of the day, and if you're going to wave off a goal kicker, your leading goal kicker like Zachary Selesikin, you've got to slot it yourself. So Sahafar Lee gets his third of the day, and we're back out to 12, Blake.
Jeez, it's I said it could be over, but that goal there by Sahafar Lee has definitely put the Roos back in contention. We're 20 minutes into this quarter. We're about time on right now as we speak. East Ringwood might be home potentially. They do a big tackle there, and it's going to be a ball up. This will be huge for East Ringwood. They've waited a long time for this moment, for their reserves to get home here today. Another strong tackle. It's just going to be like this pretty much the whole game today. Seniors are up next for East Ringwood. Should be a crucial game as well. Imagine the scenes down there at East Ringwood today if both teams can get up and have a big party as well. So we're up to 21 minutes into this final quarter. Leads the Roos. They lead by 12 points here. First to get there was Percy. And it's going to be another ball up. We're nearly there. We can just feel it. Percy again gets involved, gets a kick there. Doubles by number 34, and Marcus Smith. And a strong tackle again. And that's going to go out of bounds. And there will be the entry throw in.
So we're just in front of us here on the broadcast side wing. True centre wing here at Bayswater Oval. 22 and a half gone in this fourth quarter. You'd feel the Sirens just too close for Blackburn's liking, and there it is. There it is, the final siren here in this Premier Division Reserves Grand Final. East Ringwood 10-6, 66 are premiers over Blackburn 8-6, 54. It was a 12-point win in the end. And it is an absolutely terrific story for the East Ringwood Roos. Finished second in the ladder in the regular season. Got the job done into the second semi-final over Blackburn, and then put their heads down and got it done again today in the big dance. So goal kickers for the day: Zachary Selesikin, 3. Sahafar Lee, 3. 2 to Lachlan Goma. Singles, 2. Luke Ferry and Callum Copeland. And on the other hand, Blackburn The Birders finished first on the ladder, couldn't quite get the job done after getting in through the preliminary final, but it was goal kickers. Single to Liam Patterson, single to Jacob Apple, single to Jordan Hart, and it was another single to Sam Rogers, 2 each for Lachlan Walson and Hayden Telford. But it is East Ringwood's day. Their 19.5s couldn't quite get over the line in the earlier game, but their reserves have done the job here. And they'll look to have their seniors make it 2 out of 3. In the words of, I believe it's Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad here at Bayswater Oval. As that's all from us, here is Blake Tennant alongside myself, Christopher Quarters. Blake's getting ready to do the post-game ceremonies as our MC. He's done a brilliant job here, a terrific call from him as always. Makes my job that much easier next to him. But that's enough from us in the reserves Premier Division Grand Final here from Bayswater over. It is East Ringwood's champions, 10-6, 66 over Blackburn.
Welcome to the Eastland Premier Reserves Grand Final presentations. Commiserations to Blackburn. Really hard fought out season. Unlucky today. Should be all proud of your efforts that you showed through the final series. Congratulations, East Ringwood, Premiers in 2024. I'd now like to invite the EFNL Chairman, Paul Barlow, to present the Blue Ribbons medalists and the Premiership medallions. Blue Ribbon, a long-time partner of the EFNL, have awarded a medal adjudged to the best on ground. And now, the Blue Ribbon medalists from East Ringwood, number 75, Zaha Ali. Let's start these Premiership medallions with number 11, Daniel Collier. Number 13, Matthew Barkes. Number 15, Tom Norton. Number 19, Hannon Monday. Number 21, James O'Connor. Number 23, Michael Cramp. Number 27, Marcus Kane. Number 31, Campbell McNamara. Number 32, Zach Silly Seekin. Number 34, Adam Market Smith. Number 39, Tate Langenbergen. Number 40, Luke Ferry. Number 42, Ranakai Llewellyn. Number 43, Connor O'Brien. Number 46, Ethan Wynn. Number 48, Callum Copeland. Number 49, Billy Gleason. Number 52, Sam Fitzgerald. Sam, Sam Fitzgerald. Sam Fitzgerald. Number 57, Mitch Kettle. Number 58, Jay Dimitrov. Number 59, Lachlan Geimer. Number 68, Harry Nolan. Let's invite him back to the stage, the blue ribbon medalist, number 75, Sahaf Ali. Assistant coach, Andrew McNamara. Team manager, Kevin Potter. And the runner, Isaac Delaney. And now, Premiership captain, number 99, Nathan Percy. Stay on the stage, please, Nathan. And Premiership coach, Nick Cheney. Nick, can you please stay on stage to say a few words?
Firstly, Blackburn being obviously the benchmark of the competition for a number of years, and brought it today. It was a very good game, but luckily for us, we got the job done on the day. To the EFL, thanks for putting it on a good day. Credit to the boys. Unreal, we've been building all year, get to this stage, and here we are, nails around our neck. We've got to celebrate another one after this. And yeah, that's about it from me. Go Ruth.
And now could EFNL Chairman Paul Barlow to present the Premier Reserves Premiers to East Ringwood.
Onwards to victory. Cheer, cheer, the blue and the white.